Hey, BadgerFarmGirl and Cindy, the clowns are here.
Right, the clowns are here.
But today we're going to do something on PDFs, personal flotation devices. It's 4th of July, and we'll put this down for now. But I kind of been digging because I have one of these type of vests and wanted to know the maintenance on it, but I'm going to get into that later. But I think for someone who's going to begin, looking for their first one, who's never had one, we're going to cover the types and some other stuff. So we're going to give it a shot here.
Yeah, there are some things that are really important. First off, whenever you're choosing one, you want to make sure that it's Coast Guard approved. Number one, Coast Guard approved.
Right, so where do you find that? You go into the vest and it'll tell you here, right here, Coast Guard approved wearable device. And it goes into more description of what it is on every type of vest that should be in there. If it's not, it's probably not Coast Guard approved.
Right, if it doesn't say Coast Guard approved, it is not, and you can't count on that.
Right, and there are different types. So it depends on where you're at, how you're fishing, really dictates what type of
Right. But let's say
have.
you're not used to them and you're wanting to get into, you need to get one because you're going out in people's boats and things, and you know it's just the right thing to do. You don't want to borrow equipment.
Right.
And you've never worn one, you don't know where to start. We recommend that you actually start with one that is easy and inexpensive, because you're not going to know what you like first off.
And to be honest, yes, and I'm going to make a purchase and I'm probably going to spend, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 bucks.
Right.
Maybe. That's a lot, but I mean, but it's not a lot. You can go a lot higher.
Right, you can. So let's look at these. I mean, there's entry level at $59.
Yeah.
And they're good. They're Coast Guard rated. They're going to hold you up. They don't have a lot of maintenance. You know, you wear them, you take them off, you hang them up to dry. You're good to go for the next time.
Right.
Easy. They store well, although they don't pack down really small.
And they're kind of bulky, but that's a trade-off that you're going to have.
Right. Now, the thing with being bulky is not necessarily a bad thing, because with this type, you can wear them in the summer, you can wear them in the winter, you know, put them over a coat. If you buy the right size to begin with,
right,
and make sure that you've got room to wear it in the fall and spring over a coat, you're good to go.
Right. So something to think about, try it on with a t-shirt, and maybe if you're out with put a sweatshirt on, a hoodie, maybe a light jacket. I'm not so sure a winter coat unless you do, I don't know, kind of fishing, but I would try it on and kind of get that medium point where that's going to fit. And these are adjustable to some point. Again, all different sizes, but that's one type. Now, similar to this are kayak ones and fishing ones, and it's this one right here. I don't even know the price on this one, but
they're probably around 80 to 100.
Right, and this one's cut different because you are paddling, so this is all cut out.
Right.
There's some fishing pouches and stuff in here, but it's another option.
It's easier to sit in these.
Yes, and because you're not digging into your armpits in a boat or a vehicle, or even with your fishing, you got more freedom to cast and do whatever. Now, in addition to this style, then you got the jet ski kind, which is this kind right here. And you know, you might have this at home. If you have it, there's no reason why you can't use it. But remember, this is designed to where you're just having a swimsuit or maybe basically no clothes on, and you're doing a totally different activity. But again, it's Coast Guard rated. What is the class? I don't know what it's saying there, but it's a class 3 PDF right there. So it is Coast Guard rated. Could you use it? Yes. If you have it, yes. You saved yourself some money until you figure out basically what type of fishing you do most of the time that you would need a jacket.
So for entry level, first time, don't know what you're going to like, this is what we recommend you start with.
Yeah, I think it'll give you 365 days a year of fishing.
Right.
Might be hot on some cases, it will be warm on other occasions if you fish fall and early winter.
But we know people that don't have ice suits that float, and they'll even wear it over their suit in the wintertime because they feel more confident if they're going to break through.
Exactly.
So you can wear it year-round. All right, so next you have your inflatable personal flotation devices. And unless you really know what you're doing, it might not be the best choice for your first option. They do start at about the same price, $59.97 right now while they're on sale.
Yeah, normally around 180,
right,
99 you can get them.
They're convenient in the fact that they're not as bulky, they're easier to wear, and some people are just more comfortable in them. The one thing you really have to know, well, first, they are U.S. Coast Guard approved, depending upon the one that you purchase. But there's maintenance to these. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand.
Right.
There's a lot of maintenance that could be involved. And they have different ratings. This one is a 24.
Right.
So let's talk about the differences and the ratings.
So this is Bass Pro Shop. That's the brand name, and I don't know who makes it, but let's go over to this other wall. And that's this rack right here. So this is all one brand. You can see the price ranges from $99, $150 to $200. What's the difference? Well, take a look at this number here. That number is important because that's your cartridge size. And we'll get into a little bit more on that. Now there's another brand down here, Mustang. And you're looking at $79 for those, $134 and $159. The markings as far as what the cartridge sides are found different places. This one is not visible on this jacket. So down here, there's a couple places you can check. You can't take these apart, nothing's gonna happen to it. If you open this one up,
Yep.
then I can show
This one open.
Yeah.
It's 24 gram here.
Yep.
But it also says weight of 108.8. And this is how you can tell if your canister that's already on your vest is expired.
Right.
You're going to take it off and weigh it.
Yep.
And if the weight is not at least this, it's expired.
Expired.
So let's talk a little bit about expiration dates.
So, and recently I just been kind of digging into this. There's more to it than I ever thought. Because if you go on a line and order something, you don't know what expiration date you're going to get.
Right.
You don't know how long this has been sitting on the shelf or in the back storage area. It could have been there from season to season. Now, we're here in Wisconsin.
Let's head down this way.
They don't sell a whole heck of a lot, but you know, during the winter time, I don't think, unless someone's going to Florida and going boating. So there are different kits and different cylinders. If you look here at Cabela's, there's an A33. Mine at home is a 33. I think there's a few here that are 33, but most of them I've seen are 24 gram. And that's the size of the cartridge. But if you put them next to each other, you can see the difference. This one's longer. Now, if you flip this over, there's another piece to this. It's called a bobbin. This is a kit. You get all pieces, and this is an indicator on there, but look at the date on here. This expires on the 23rd. This one expires November 2nd, 2022.
And there was one down here that expired this year. I think this was the one.
That's probably the one I bought.
Nope, 22.
Yeah, these were all 22s, but you got to check the back of these. So I recommend, if you're going to order these, number one, see if you can find it locally. And I was at Fleet Farm the other day, and I couldn't find a single one, but Cabela's has them.
But also make sure this one says AM24 and
Yep.
this one is M24. So be very careful about what you're purchasing.
Right. And this is the part I think a lot of people miss when they buy these jackets, is that where do I get the replacement and what is the replacement? And here's the difference on the back here is that pin. So hold that for a minute. If you notice on this other one, the trigger mechanism is the bobbin. That is a pin. So that activates the cartridge.
So this is actually manual.
Yep.
This is AM, which is automatic and manual.
And inside this bobbin here, when it hits water, there's it's like a sugar or a salt type material.
There's a powder solution.
And it dissolves, and that's what triggers the mechanism to activate the vest.
So along with the cost of the vest, which, you know, you buy one like this, you have the one cost and that's it forever. You buy an automatic one or a manual inflatable.
Right.
Every couple years, you're going to have to replace this.
Right.
And that's going to be another 25 to 100 or 80.
And one kit, this kit down here comes with the whole mechanism, a whole different design, is $79 a pop, plus you have to buy the pin. So, and there's another one down here. It depends what you got. Like, normally you should just have to replace this, and here's the kit for that. So the rearming itself by replacing the cartridge and the bobbin on this for the Mustang is $35.
Up to 79. Oh no, that's the whole kit.
Yeah. So it's a whole mechanism. So these are rebuildable. I don't know. I would maybe want to just buy a new vest at that point if I'm spending that kind of money to upgrade it. But
right, because you can buy the vests on sale.
Right.
But they never sell the canisters on sale.
So I ended up getting this vest at work, and I'll put a clip here of the one I got. It's not even this brand name, but I'll show you the difference. But the thing I'm going to do this year, I looked at the cartridge. It is expired. But what I don't know, and I'm going to try, is I don't know how this thing's going to work on me. I'm going to activate it, and I want to float around to understand this more, because I don't think a lot of people do.
It's important to know, what if you are unconscious and you have never tested it? First of all, you bought it, you didn't take it home, you didn't inflate it, you didn't test it to see if it works, you didn't set it up,
Yep.
you're not good to go. You're going to fall in the water, and it's not going to arm itself at all.
It's a false sense of security.
Right.
So,
and then you fall in, and you don't know how you're going to float.
right. Difference between manual and automatic manual is that these vessels will activate if it gets in contact with water, and that device, I think, would say disintegrate to that bobbin, and it triggers the mechanism to ignite that cartridge.
And that's automatic. When it's wet, it automatically inflates.
Right. And automatic and manual you can do it manually too, and the way you do that is by pulling on this slip here. So there's two ways to do it. And there's another piece to this, is the blow up part of it.
That's testing it.
Testing it, and I can't get into the blow up part, but it's inside
Manual
here.
Inflatable PDF.
Yep.
Don't buy one that's manual and think that it's going to be automatic and have a false sense of security, because if you are not conscious and able to pull that cord, it is not going to inflate.
Right, exactly. So if you are in the store, here's another brand. When we talked about Mustang, I have this one at home. But come in the stores, and inside the Mustang, if you can find this, there's a safety manual in here. And I think it's from the Coast Guard, and it talks about the PDFs itself, and like what type do you need when and whatever. I would go through this. It's a quick, easy read. It kind of describes, what the vests do and what they're supposed to do, and really take a look, think about how you're going to fish before you make a determination. They all will keep you afloat. The thing about these are, you don't have to think any more other than putting it on. That's the hardest part in this whole thing. That one up there, you got to make sure that everything is ready to go.
And regular maintenance.
Yep. And to be honest with you, I've never seen anyone activate this in all the years I've been fishing. I haven't seen anyone use this.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Nancy, when she fell in last,
I think she had a kayaking one, which was like that brown one we had earlier, was the real life jacket. It was not this, but I'm going to have to find out.
right, we should ask
she
and
had
see,
on.
because she actually flipped her kayak in the autumn. Water was ice cold, and if she did not have a life jacket on that was usable,
Yeah,
she wouldn't be with us today.
No, I don't think so.
You're still here.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed and got something out of that video. Yes, it's a confusing world, but stay tuned. There'll be more content coming about these personal flotation devices. Have a great day. Peace!